Let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath. When you observe your breath, the breath may become lighter and shorter. Your thoughts may become lesser and lesser. And yourself. Merge into that lighter, shorter in-breath and the out-breath. Allow yourself to merge into your in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly experience that emptiness all around. Can you become aware of the emptiness, the blackness, spreading far and wide? All emptiness is energy. That connected, that intelligent, that unlimited quantum field of energy. Your universal mind. Everything that you ever will experience is here in this field of energy, that emptiness. The longer you stay connected to this field, away from your body, away from your life, the more possibilities you draw in to your life. Allow yourself to merge into that in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to experience that energy, that emptiness. Everybody and everything are connected in this field.
All is well, I can rest.
Relax your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? Whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Service is a way to heal our fifth body. When we recognize that we are everyone, so prima facie, it's not possible for us to be happy when the people around us are not happy. There's some way, sometime, the challenge is going to appear. It's immediate oftentimes if there are people around us not that happy. Family members, friends, you know this. So we must continue. I mean, becomes a natural choice for us to give what we are experiencing. We are this individual consciousness, there is this whole consciousness, the universal consciousness, there's everybody, everything included in it. If all healing is about knowing that there is unlimited and then experiencing that unlimited, then how do you see somebody else experience the same? You give them same thing that we are experiencing, this meditation, this knowledge. So it becomes a natural choice to introduce to everybody or do this service of meditation. That's what we call healing the social body and the universal body, is by helping them become the same as each of us. The first thing is that when we do a little bit of favor to a friend, when we do something to the friend, especially when we give that we are experiencing something beautiful to a friend, and then they come back and tell you, wow, this is nice, thank you. You feel good. We know that. Known people, we do it, we feel good. So what happens when you do that to the unknown people? Must be tried. And you do this to unknown people. Then what we gain is contentment. The meaning to a life comes when we actually are doing to somebody that we don't know, because when we don't know somebody, we have no expectation from them. We simply respond to a cause, and then we respond to a cause because we like to help see that the cause disappears or that the cause is propagated. We are simply responding to a cause because we like to see goodness and wellness in people. We have no idea whether something is going to come back to or not. That's expectationless work. So service is always does not have an exchange of something in return, then it is service. If you're helping your parents, it's not service. I serve my parents, it's not service. Parents have done so much to each of us. So it is our natural responsibility to take care of them. It's in return of everything they've done, we take care of them. It's a dharma, it's a responsibility. That's not a service that we're doing to them. That's because they don't pay anything to us. Wherever there is something in exchange, that's not service. When you see a flyer from Buddha and says, okay, so this organization is doing meditation to a lot many people, let me contribute. Then you are contributing, and let me come and then do volunteer service, not knowing who is going to take it. And then whether they take it, they'll give you or not, doesn't matter. But you're inspired about the cause, you do it, that's service. Without an expectation, you're doing it. A teacher teaches many things to you, and then you give them something. That's not service. You're doing it in return to something that you received. If the teacher demands, that's not their service. That's a poor teacher. If they demand, then they're doing okay, fine. I'm giving it to you. I shouldn't say poor teacher, but that's not service. Simple. I say, hey, I'm doing it, and then this is what it is. Make this donation, make this. Then that's a transaction. Fair enough. Nothing wrong in it. And when I receive something, and then so that I'm responding to it, then that's not service either. Because after receiving, and then I like it, and so I pay something, or no, I give my time for it, and I give my expertise for it. In return to something is never service. But doing without expectation is service. Doing without expectation. So that's why people serve, when we say they're serving the government, they're not necessary because they're always taking a salary from it. We use the word serve. Will they do the same thing when the governments don't pay salaries and they do not have recognition? Will they do it? Not necessarily. The definition of service is nothing in return, that you're responding, and that we are ready, because then you're doing it on your own, at your own terms, where you are inspired enough that you want to see that benefit to somebody else. Just like we take care of ourselves. We don't expect anything from ourselves when we serve ourselves. So when we do this, dear friends, when we take up to service, a few things happen. The first thing is that we are inspired and said, I want to take care of my larger body because for my good. It's for my good, my neighbor, this person there, that person behind, I'm going to take care of them. First one. But when we do it, and when we are working in a group, some beautiful things happen. It helps to lower our speciality, our ego self. When we are with a group of people working on a cause, a joint service, then we stay more grounded. And when you are meeting people of all kinds and then interact, exchange, then one thing we recognize, our problems are minuscule. Our problems become smaller in front of many other things that we get to know of them. Yesterday, somebody was sharing. For them, their meditation journey, for this person, paying 150 rupees, that is $2 a day, to stay in an ashram, to practice his sadhana was tough because he didn't have that money, $2 a day. So he wanted to finish a 40-day sadhana. He come from a poor background. In 40-day sadhana, he went with 5,000 rupees. So it was not sufficient for 40 days. He knew it. He went in there. And the ashram was serving only 2 meals. Breakfast it's not serving. Lunch and dinner. So if he paid for breakfast, then he would have less money. So he skipped breakfast and he would only just fill up his thing with meditation. Meditation. Mornings. Stayed in the pyramid to meditate. Lunch, dinner were there. 30 days later, his money was over. Desperately wanted to complete 10 days. How to do it? Somewhere luckily learned that the ashram is letting people stay in case they go and then do service. So immediately enrolled to do so. The only reason he enrolled there was to complete his 40-day challenge, meditation, mandala. So when we hear the story of a participant is coming in, suddenly our problems are, I don't have this much money to do that, all those problems go down. So people here is sincerely wanting to spend, not able to spend $2 or 150 rupees on a day to stay, to strengthen their practice. We hear so many stories like this. Children abused, they are just not being let to do any kind of practice. And so they come out of the homes, they come, when you are there in service, they come there because they sincerely want to grow beyond these limitations. But the system does not allow them. And so they want some support. So when we are into service, dear friends, we hear many of them that will make our problems look minuscule. It helps us to come to the ground reality, to become more and more, reduce, I guess, our desires. So we keep going towards our needs, basically. Service helps us in that. Service brings diverse thinking. When I joined Pyramid Valley International, the board of trustees, I'm from an IT background, in a corporate culture. There are 4 of them come from a very rural background, diverse backgrounds, rural background. So, but everybody is successful in their own way. So when we interact, what is common minimum for me is luxury for them. What's minimum for me is luxury for them. I think of like a health faucet. And a health faucet is not even heard of by some of them in villages. They say, why do you need that? Just put basic taps to reduce expenditure. When you're building an ashram. Just one example. So the diverse points of view are there. We allow diversity to thrive. You also look at it and say, okay, so you draw a baseline. What is a need? What is a desire? But you learn to allow diversity. And so then otherwise it's always my way or your way. And so that my way you dropped and say, okay, why not? Let everybody put their points. Their intention is same. My intention is same. Everybody's intention is same. They come from another section, another view. I come from another view. I'm looking at the corporate folks coming in. They're looking at a lot of people coming in. So it helps us to increase our diversity, diverse viewpoints. It helps us to reduce our ego self. It helps us to reduce our problems. Our problems become minuscule. They're no longer become problems. I can tell you that much for sure. I'm been into the service. Another very important thing that's going to happen, dear friends, is that when we do meditation service, especially meditation service, and consistently again and again I've seen that in 6 months to 12 months period, people are invariably moving away from survival thinking. Survival is, oh, I have so many challenges are there, financial challenges, personal challenges. But you come to service, a lot of these problems they disappear automatically. They move from survival to creative modes. Because the principle is that when you take care of the whole, you are taken care. When you take care of the whole, you are taken care. Consciousness is always exploring itself through as many of us as possible. And so if you enable 100 more people to learn meditation and empower them with meditation, they're enabling consciousness to explore itself significantly. So to do that, if you're challenged with basic needs, it's a problem that are there, they need to be solved. Otherwise, your time is going to go away there. And so, for whatever, and this is what I feel why this happens. But when people come to service, their personal needs are taken care. So now it's dual effect. My personal needs, desires are getting fulfilled, while I'm also be able to give and be very, very satisfied and have a meaning. The last thing in this, dear friends, is that what kind of service I do. What is the right service for me? I have a talent. I can teach English. I have talent. I have time is there. My talent is there. I can teach English. I can teach computers. I can read a book for somebody. I can organize a meditation program. I can teach meditation. What should I do when I've got all these 6 options in a corporate? Always, all kinds of people are there. Where do we invest our time? What's right? Apply your unique talent has to be utilized always. If there are 10 other people who can teach English, let them do. If you are the only one who can teach meditation, pick up the thing and then do it. Because you're the only one. Everybody else is not there. They don't know that observing the breath can change the lives. You know it. Nobody else knows around you. But they can speak English, they can communicate English, they can teach mathematics, they can take their vocation skills. Because they also are there, they also are evolving. But they don't know this meditation. They don't know what to mean to organize a meditation function to give support, counseling. It is always that way, dear friends. It is not that we cannot do a job, but we at any given time, when we become meditators, when we understand the importance of meditation, and when we know the uniqueness of us, then we at once give that unique ability to others, not everything else. We may be doing before, but we got to think about this actively. Where am I spending my time? What I am doing, can somebody else do it? That what they don't have, I have, then can I give it? Who else will give if you don't give? Who else will give? We are given a talent for a reason. And so that unique talent becomes that we give. These things have to be questioned strongly. I really learned this from a master, Patriji. Because when we do a large event, it's very, very clear. If there are people coming in and then you want to interact with the guests and clear their questions through spiritual understanding, whatever, that's where you spend maximum time. While I know that I can go and then wash dishes and plates also. I can do that, but precious time is gone in interacting with people and then moving their minds. You understand it? We can do very well there. That too, yes, we've been doing it. No, I still want to do this. We got stuck in there. We got to think about this actively. No, it is not good manners. Oh, they don't have anybody. Why would they not have anybody? If our unique talent is this, dear friends, first of all, we recognize based on the importance of empowering somebody. When somebody asks Vivekananda, what is your view? What is the right service? And then he was talking about this narration. You give food. They're going to come back to you again tomorrow. You give again, they're going to come back again. Encourage and make them dependent on you. It's called making them parasites. Is that what you really intend? Along with food, you give knowledge. This meditation, you give them, and they will not come back to you again. What is it we really want? We want people to come back to us again and again and they're dependent on us. We set up a center, some wellness center. Is the intention to keep coming back? If the hospitals are making us keep going back again and again, but that's not what our intentions are. That should never be the case. If we make people dependent on somebody else, then for lifelong, they're just dependent. Until that time, we did not know it is okay. But now we know meditation makes us, everybody independent, everybody confident, because we gave them the biggest weapons, that your thoughts create reality. So go on and figure. So he said, give that knowledge, give Raja Yoga. Swami Vivekananda, give Raja Yoga, make them independent. Don't make them dependent on you. If you make them dependent, remember, part of your time is gone. Where you needed to experience something else, now you just keep experiencing the same thing. So, the moment we know that our unique talent is this whole empowering wisdom and meditation, then we give that difference at once. We make conscious choice to switch from what we were spending our time before to this. I can be an environmentalist. I do this. Add meditation. Don't ignore this, because now there are many environmentalists around you, but a few meditators are there around you. And probably you're the only one there. So, dear friends, we take time to contribute. To truly find meaning and purpose to our life, one must recognize that we align to a purpose, and in that purpose, we actively move towards giving meditation. It is going to become the purpose of everybody. And the moment we learn meditation and practice meditation, it's going to become the natural purpose for everybody to give it sooner or later. It's going to become sooner or later. Because the nature law is that what you experience maximum happiness through is what you share with others. Whatever you experience most is what you share with others. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But we must move in to do some service to begin with. Unconditionally give. And so when you unconditionally give, there's no expectation. We understood that there's no additional creation of cause. We're not putting another cause to attract more effects. No consequences anymore. Instead, 1 second, why is this? So unconditionally giving, and then deciding for ourselves where would we put our resources that we are available of knowledge towards something else. We trade off towards giving meditation versus anything else that we may be giving. At least add meditation to what we're giving, because what we're giving is what we're deeply interested. Ultimately, do what you feel like. You do that, but add meditation. And so then we heal our whole body. That everybody is with me. And so you carry them with you. That's the whole idea. There's also the concept of spiritual children, people who look up to us for guidance. Then we start giving meditation. Remember this concept, spiritually rich, materially rich. So when you are spiritually rich, you know, then give away everything we have to them in some way or the other. Thank you very much, friends. If you want to teach meditation, one of the newsletters will be around, there are a few guidelines. It's very easy. You know, it's like Patriji always told, if you learn ABC, teach ABC. Don't wait for XYZ to be completed. Why? Why do you wait for XYZ until you complete XYZ? Because ABC, many people don't know ABC. So why not you teach ABC first? Simple, observe the breath. Why not? Because the beauty of in meditation, the beauty is that when we teach ABC, you're going to attract only students who do not know ABC. You will never attract people who are at, somewhere MNO. You're not going to attract them at all to feel worried that I'm going to get questioned and then say, I don't know what to do in that situation, so I can't. Because a lot of people don't want to take up because they want to become the expert before you take up. But it's not going to work that way at all. So we know ABC, we teach ABC. You'll be happy to know that people don't know that and practice it. They'll come back to you and tell you the basic experiences, and you have ready answers. Because the process works like that. Like attracts like always. Based on what you know is what you attract, nothing more. You attract people only to that level where you know more to share. Because your intention is to give what you have. You see this? Everything works based on intention. If your intention is to give what you have, and what you have is ABCs, you'll only attract people who do not know ABC. Very simple. So we have to trust the process. So we'll share in the newsletter the guidelines of how to teach, but it's very, very easy, dear friends. Our goal, either as Buddhist Quantum Foundation, the whole thing has been sequenced up as a week after week after week. Nicely, topics are there. You can teach, you can organize, you can introduce, you can organize a session. So some of the facilitators or myself will be happy to come down and then do it, or online. But many ways we'll keep thinking to heal our whole body. You must think about this. Then we are absolutely there. All bodies are healing. All bodies are healing. Thank you very much for joining. And we'll meet you all tomorrow. We can pass the time. And I guess we'll do sharing maximum. So those of you plan time till now, you can feel free to exit. I'm going to ask, yes, Nanak is Singh, madam. So we'll take that. Also, I'm going to ask Nalini, madam, if she not share to share. Yes.
Sir, we have an announcement.
Please do it.
Yes, sir. So, friends, we have shared the final and third self-assessment form in the WhatsApp groups. So, this is a great way to analyze our progress in this 40 days journey. So, request you all to fill that assessment form in next 2 days. Thank you so much.
Yes. In a pursuit of getting more research done, so this third form, third self-assessment, basically a progress at the end of 6 weeks, 3 weeks to 6 weeks. There may be some improvements are always seen. So you fill up one more. So it just sort of helps us to collect the data and give that. Okay, it's another 5 minutes of your time in filling up this form. What additional things that you felt beyond the 3 weeks? Okay. Thank you. Yes, madam. So let's take questions. We've got about 10 minutes now.
Thank you, sir. Chandra, sir, I'm so humbled to have participated in this 40-day program. I'm grateful to you and to my mentor, Rohini, who, really pushed us and prodded us to join. And I started on day 2. And I really feel so humbled that I was the chosen one to also participate in the 40-day. So, sir, I wanted to just share with you that, while a lot of lovely things have happened in terms of, better sleep, lovely energy levels, but there's also a paradox of days where, the mind is just so wide awake and chattering, and I can't sleep at night. And not with mundane things. It's like, after the week of manifestation, I got, there was this idea that I've been thinking about for a while. And, it's sort of in my week of manifestation, I got a lot of clarity. And, so it's a sort of an exciting, charged mind that doesn't let me sleep at night on certain days. And there are certain days I'm like, getting this beautiful sleep. Similar with energy levels, there's certain days I feel I could, run a marathon, and there are other days that I feel I'm really feeling like a rag. So strange thing. I mean, overall, the well-being is lovely. And, I feel so good and so excited about this that I thought I'll just share with you that these strange paradoxes are also happening. I mean, I wanted to ask you, I do energy work particularly I work with animals telepathically. So let's say what happened before this meditation, and it's happened many times. My intuitive powers, I feel, have increased, vis-a-vis people, vis-a-vis animals. Now, just before the meditation, somebody messaged me about their animal. So while I'm trying to say, empty my mind, I get all these messages from the animal, so it's like the whole time of the meditation, and it's happened many times, that I just keep trying to push away those thoughts and versus go empty, and also at a certain level welcome those thoughts, because that's what the animal's telling me. So I don't know if you could guide me with some of this.
So in your, first of all, madam, the change in energy patterns and sleep patterns will go away. The sleep patterns particularly will get regularized. It will get regularized. Not everybody's journey is same. So we recognize it. And so then they will stabilize. You'll come to a period where you know that, okay, you are generally require, your body requires those 4 or 5, whatever hours of sleep. What happened? And they'll be very good and nice. There'll always be some days where here and there, there's always been the case. We are living life, so there's got to be some variance, and it'll happen. Then it'll not be bothered.
And
yes,
what
so
should
you're doing message work. If you're saying you're doing animals, What kind of work? I mean, do you heal people? You heal animals, or is it something?
So I also do healing, but mostly telepathic work with animals, like energy communication.
Mm-hmm.
Where you tune into their energy, and they somebody has problems with their pets or a lost animal or something, then you try and help the family or the animal. And then
We have to. We have to let others do their homework, madam. We have to let others do their homework. How often will you want to help your child and they don't do their homework? Think about this. What you have is what everybody has. And you know it. If they practice meditation, they're going to get this. So, something to actually think about. We don't do somebody else's homework. Only in emergencies, to inspire them, to encourage them in an emergency situation, yes, we may, as a last resort, we give and we use our energy for any other purpose. So that has to be looked at when we are doing this path, where we are exploring and becoming a consciousness. Right? It has to be looked at. As long as you empower them with this knowledge that, hey, look, you tune in by yourself because you have the same capability as me, and you empower them, you tune in. You go into meditation, you look at it, and why would it not come? They will get it. Absolutely, they'll find that gold, that ring, that the issue of the animal, whatever that is, that everything will be found with their own energy. If I have it, you have it, they will have it. So that's how it has to be looked at it when you're talking about energy imbalances. See, until we know is one thing, but when we know, it cannot be the same thing, because truth is revealed. When the truth is revealed, the dharma is to follow the truth. We have to explore from that angle, and I'm sure these things will go away.
Thank you so much, sir. I feel I'm going to transport myself to Pyramid Valley very soon for the advanced course. I'm so excited about it, and I'm so excited to have made your acquaintance in this way. And I hope if ever you come to Gurgaon, I know it's written, and I hope we can meet in Delhi or Gurgaon. Just love to sort of carry this forward in whichever way.
Yes, madam.
Almost feeling deeply depressed that it's over the day after. So, it's been just so beautiful. So
Wonderful.
beautiful. Thank you.
We
Thank
will
you
have
so
morning
much.
meditation. We'll stay connected. I may not be there, but I will show up every Sunday. Then we're meeting in Pyramid Valley. But breath is your teacher.
Absolutely.
Breath is your guru.
Absolutely. You're our guiding light. Thank you so much. It's been really a pleasure.
Thank you. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
So you are joining in Pyramid Valley? Is that what you said?
No, I said I would love to come for that advanced meditation program. I can't make it for the 1st to the 5th of March.
You can't make
my
it.
Children have exams, but I'll closely watch the calendar.
No problem.
And
so we'll
and
meet
hopefully
end of March. We'll meet you. And
yes,
then
God
Gurgaon
willing.
for sure. For a day, there's a pyramid there, so we plan to do a session there. But then depending on your time now, I think you mentioned Roshni Singh, right? Roshni Singh ji, who is your group, yeah. So we'll Rohini Singh ji. So we'll get in touch with one of you to see where else we can do that day session apart from that pyramid. I don't know where that pyramid is, so we can plan and interact.
Okay, I'll speak with Rohini and we can do something.
Yes, Koti, please get in touch with Nanaki Madam. Koti is coordinating this activity for us. So he is there as a facilitator here in the host. So please do get in touch with Madam and then see Gurgaon session, a second possible session in Gurgaon. That's an interaction with the group of Rohini groups, please.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yes, sir.
Madam, I just sent my number to you in chat.
Okay, I'll just copy it. Copy it.
Yes.
Namaste, Chandra sir.
Namaste.
So, Nanki, in fact, she added, because she's a part of our group only. We belong to the same group, Rohini. And she's the one who has actually compelled us, no, go, why are you missing? And that's how we joined it. So it's been a grace for all of us. I just wanted to know one thing that, while you know that I teach, like I make the kids do meditation. So if I want to take some content from your YouTube, can I do that? Or shall I need to take some, approval from your team member?
For Buddha Seva, no copyright of anything.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Take, and you need slides, just reach out to Koti. He'll send you the copy of slides too.
Yeah.
Freely use. Give it away as much.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Our musics we are taking from YouTube. Whatever the original owners have restrictions, those are the restrictions that I am also operating. So, but we are all doing with good intention, so it's okay. No matter. Okay. We don't own the music. They're all in YouTube available, free musics, right? We're just playing them back. Yes. Okay, friends. Nalini ji, I thought I'd listen to you, but then we'll do this tomorrow. 7-6, I need to go to the Telugu session. Okay? What do you say? Wanted everyone to listen to your experience. You've not shared, right, so far?
No, not yet. I'll share tomorrow, sir.
Tomorrow you'll be available?
Tomorrow, sir. Depends. I'll try to join, sir.
Okay.
Uh,
Tomorrow
Today,
is last but one day. Okay?
I'll share, sir.
Yes. Okay, friends. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
I am a light. I shine so bright. I illuminate the darkness. I am a light. I shine so bright. I illuminate the darkness. There are times when I fall.